All right, everybody. Hello, sumo fans, and welcome to day 5 of sumo. And it is Thursday the 14th, and there is the fancy graphic for Ozeki Kirishima. There are his stats, and he is in the black mawashi on your left. His opponent today is the fairly fearsome M2 Asanoyama, although both of these men entered today's matchup with 2-2 records. So I think people expected a little bit more out of both of them in the first 4 days, but there they are. So one of these men will go above 500, get a 3-2 record. And the other man will end up with a losing, slightly losing record after 5 days of 2-3. So I'll probably say this now, and I'll probably say it one more time in the final video, but I did tape highlights for day 4. I put them up at about 8 a.m. Japan time, and it's broadcast about 3:30 in the morning, and about 2,000 or 3,000 of you saw those videos. Highlights part 1, highlights part 2. I went to school. I had a break around noon, so about 4 hours later, and I checked the channel just to see if people were watching them, etc. And they had been copyright struck by NHK and blocked, so I took them down. And so that was, almost instantaneous. Although if 2,000 or 3,000 people watched them, they were probably up for 2 or 3 hours. But yeah, no delay. I've had copyright strikes before. But usually it's weird. It happens like a week later, a month later, even 2 or 3 months later, they'll go back and copyright strike something from the previous tournament or 2 tournaments ago. But this was on the same day within hours. So obviously my days of ever putting up any NHK footage is over. And so, that's fine. I knew that could happen, and it did. So yeah, no NHK footage at all for forevermore on this channel, at least. I don't. What am I trying to say? Not I don't doubt. What am I trying to say? Oh, my English is so bad. I understand. Let me put it that way. I understand why they're doing it. It's because they have their own YouTube channel now, finally, called Sumo Prime Time, which hopefully a lot of you are watching. Hiro Morita's channel in English. He even live streamed day 2 the other day. For 2 hours, he did commentary and took comments from the audience, and it was pretty good. But it was still live Japan time. So if you're in America, it was midnight or 3 in the morning or whatever part of America you're in. Europe, it was very early in the morning. But it's a step in the right direction. So maybe they're assiduously guarding their, copyright, their property now if people try to put it up. I know poor Nato, who, is usually a reliable source for the highlights, he is now, his channel is called something like Justin Bieber Wrestling or some weird title. I don't know. The poor guy, he gets, copyright struck almost immediately every day, seems like, and he's putting up a new channel and trying it again, and I don't know why he just doesn't give up on YouTube, because it's never going to work the way he's putting up his videos. So we'll see how long it is I can hold out here with Abema and still try to bring you English language coverage of sumo on YouTube. And here we go with Kirishima versus Asanoyama on day 5. Let's see how they do.
さあ2敗を守るのはどちらか。もろ手突き、霧島、左の上手を取った、投げに行く。しかしここは残る朝乃山、右を差しています。ここはがっつり四つの形か。さあここでどちらが動くか。まずは霧島がいった。いや朝乃山が動いた。体をつけに行く。投げにはいけません。前みつがどうか。さあここは大相撲となるか。 一旦ここで相手の出方を伺います。左の上手を霧島が取れているでしょうか。さあここからどう展開してくるか両者。中に入れてくる。さあ浅野は前に出る。しかしここは粘ります霧島。今度は霧島がカルマを決めに行こうかというところ。
Oh!
外掛けだ。
Wow!
浅野山敗れました。
Asanoyama hit hard.
霧島ここはうまく足
His
を出し
head
まし
hit
た。
the dojo hard there.
霧島勝って3勝2敗。浅野山敗れて黒星戦。
Okay.
3敗となりました。
Well, leg trips and all that kind of stuff, perfectly legal. And it's a strategy that's used well, especially by some of the Mongolians. They seem to be very, maybe it's part of Mongolian wrestling or something, but they seem very adept at it. And Kirishima obviously employing that strategy here to finally put Asanoyama on the clay. And yeah, that was a tough match. Bit of a chaotic start. But then it kind of settled in, and you were like, okay, who's going to win this? Who's going to be able to break through or try something? And it was Kirishima with that leg trip. So Asanoyama seemed like, the way he hit the clay, it seemed like he was completely just, surprised by that maneuver and didn't expect to go down in that way. So I don't know if we'll see it all the way in the replay, but let's see if we can... woman in the background just, I'm taping it on my phone. Oh, they've kind of fast forward now here. Oh, well, that wasn't a very good angle. We could barely see it. But yeah, just as he went down and then his head kind of bomped on the clay too, it just looked like, oh, that's probably going to hurt later. Okay, so Asanoyama, the Dragon Slayer, a lot of people picked him in the contest. He's now at 2-3, but Kirishima needs those 8 wins. He's got 3 of them. Got to get 5 more. Tomorrow he has Shodai, and Asanoyama has Hoshoryu tomorrow, so that's a big highlight match for day 6. Okay, speaking of Hoshoryu, he's up next. Come on back.